Hi everybody, all my followers, welcome to another video. Okay, so this video today, it might be slightly different. So someone called me today, see if they could bring Audi A3, because the car was not starting, was stranded somewhere near where I live. And they were asking me if they were about to call the recovery truck. And they asked me if they could bring the car to here. Unfortunately, I don't have room here. I have two cars, or three cars in my driveway, and I wouldn't have where to put it. So, but I've asked them over the phone what the problem was, and basically the story is that the key, which is that key in there, some time ago stopped opening the car, or at least that was my understanding, is that stopped opening the car, and for a long time the owner has been manually unlocking the car, obviously, on the door barrel. Obviously, the alarm would go off, and then he would put the key in the ignition, and that would stop the alarm. And it's been running like this for quite some time. Today, the car, he went somewhere, and the car completely stopped starting. So he opened the car with the key. The alarm went off, and then he put the key in ignition, and the car. And this is what the reason why I've done, or why this is going the way it is. He said to me that he put the key in ignition, the car starts for about a few seconds and shuts down straight away. So from there, because of that description, I believe that the key is at fault. There's nothing wrong with the car, otherwise the car will not start at all. I think that's just the immobilizer kicking in. So I said to him, look, I don't have the room here. See if he can tow the car back to his place and just bring me the key. Which he did. The key came in today, and we're going to have a look at the key. And the first thing I'm going to do is test the remote control. I just want to see if the things are the way he said they were. So let's gonna test the lock, and it's working. As you can see, the light, the RF light comes on. Open the boot, comes on. Open the car, nothing happens. Okay, hey, now it's just with just interference. Now it's not working. Sometimes here in my workshop the light sometimes kind of flashes. I think this is interference from the air, from all the radio frequencies around here. But yeah, so as you can see, straight away on there, on in there, and nothing happens. So this coincides with the story that the car did not unlock. And the next thing we're going to do, I want to check the transponder. For that, I need to turn on my Z-Bull, because he's off at the moment. He's over there. I'm going to have to plug it in, and we'll be back in a second. Okay, so here he is. We're going to put the key in there, and we're going to read the key. Oh, data 00000 type 20T5. What the hell is this? Right, if you guys are familiar with what transponder data and type should be, you will know that is not right. It doesn't make any sense. Let's gonna read again. No transponder. Let's gonna reposition the key. Perhaps. Could not read the chip. Wow. So definitely I could not read. Definitely I am a believer that the key is at fault. Let's gonna, I don't know, maybe place the key slightly different. No transponder. Let's It's probably too far. Could not read the chip. So I'm a believer that the problem is going to be with the key. Well, hence the reason why I told them to bring me the key. So we're going to open this key and inspect the key, see what we can see. And all I want you to see, I should have recorded the process of opening the key. The first thing I've seen is I've opened the key, and the transponder, as you can see, is a glass transponder, was right here at the back. So obviously it should be right at the front, because otherwise the key won't see it. This is an aftermarket key, by the way, or it looks like an aftermarket key. But what we're going to do now is we're going to read the transponder now. If the transponder reads okay, then we know that the problem was just the transponder that moved too far away to the back of the key, and obviously the car could not read the key. Oh, hang on. No transponder. It looks like a dead transponder. There we go. It is a dead transponder. The transponder is gone. This transponder is gone. Ah, now we read it. Okay, here we go. Now we read the key. Okay. So it's not actually a dead transponder, I think. It's just this antenna here slightly. Some of these readers, they have actually a place to put these glass transponders, so you ensure that it's close to the antenna in the right position. That's gonna read it again. Make sure we get another reading. So it doesn't read now. Now I recall that I always had problems reading these chips. There's always correct position to read the chip, as you can see. So if I put it here in this position, it always reads. We try to move it to see what happens. It still reads. So as you can see, there's a proper position to read this chip, but the chip looks okay then. So it's reading fine, which means that was just the chip that came out. It came out from its original position, and obviously the car stopped reading the key. So the first thing we're going to do is put the key, the transponder, in the right place, which there is a kind of a groove right there where you should put it. And then we're going to have a look at the remote. Okay, so turning the key over. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that on camera. I really hope so. Between this front button and that capacitor on the side. See all that sort of corrosion in there. I don't know if you can see that. So we're gonna clean this and check for any other. The other side looks okay. It looks fine. A bit of a scratch in there. Make sure it's not too deep. It looks fine, but it's definitely an aftermarket remote, this one. We're going to clean this, make sure the button is actually working, and we go from there. But yeah, let's gonna glue this first then, as I said, and let's gonna go from there. Okay, so the transponder is back in place. So I've glued the transponder in place with melted glue, black in this case, and right at the front, as you can see, where the coil inside of the transponder is, left with no glue. It shouldn't make a difference, but at least we'll allow radio waves, or the radio waves, to get a little bit better in there. So, and on the remote side, I have cleaned it, and I have reflowed or resoldered that front capacitor again. I've tested the switch is working, that one, but the one that was failing was this one at the back anyway. But if you follow the circuit, as you can see, it goes from this button straight back to that to that in there. It seems like a capacitor. I might be wrong. It might not be a capacitor. Not 100% sure. Anyway, so that's repaired. That's in place. I can't see nothing else wrong with the key. So we're just going to put the key back together and see what happens. Okay, and it's time to try. So let's gonna turn this back on. Okay, let's gonna test now. So close the car. Fine. Open the boot. Fine. Open the car. Hey, working. So tank. Close. Boot. Open. Working just fine. So next thing, it's gonna test now the transponder. There we go. It's gonna put the key in another position. Another position. Another position. I really hope you can see the difference. I would say the problem is fixed. So all I'm gonna do now is just ring the guy to come and pick up the key. But I'm quite confident the car is gonna start just fine. And the only thing that might need to be done, because I'm not 100% sure, like I said, if he said that you wouldn't open the car or the remote stopped working completely. So maybe the remote needs to be reprogrammed. But other than that, starting the engine, I won't see a problem with start the engine. So that's it, guys. Yeah, I could have told them to bring the car and make this a more technical video, but there's nothing technical about it. So if you have a problem with your immobilizer, always go for the key first. Yeah, that's it. What else? Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope there's something here that you're gonna find useful. Any questions, any comments, put them below. And like always, thank you so much for watching.